was going to watch. I forgot about that because the first one's a good game and the second one's a terrible game. The Bucks. I love the Bucks. Ooh, they're playing the Lions though. That's Scott's team.
When you say the Bucks, I think like.
No, yeah, you think of the Pirates. It's the Buccaneers. Tampa Bay. And what's weird is they have this quarterback that Baker Mayfield. I hated him in college because he played for Oklahoma, but now I like him a lot. Like he's like real cocky and stuff. When he played for Oklahoma, man, I couldn't stand him because he's like a rival, Mizzou. But now, since I don't have any allegiance, like I think he's great. He's
now he's perfect. Let's go.
Yeah, he's fun to watch. Now that I don't have a dog in the hunt, I kind of like to watch him. Because I just don't have a team really.
Right.
I like the Lions though too. This is gonna be a good game to watch. So we gotta make these shows happen. Okay, so let's get this posted here. Here. Come on. That one's
I gotta go pick up my pizza.
What kind? Pepperoni?
No, half pepperoni, half cheese.
Oh, you don't like pepperoni, I thought.
I don't. Yeah. Brian eats the pepperoni half. I eat the cheese half.
Pepperoni and banana peppers that's my go-to. Well, actually, my go-to is chicken spinach.
Oh,
tomato.
Ooh. Yeah, we just started doing Marco's pizza a lot lately, and
that's good.
It's so good.
It is. I've only had it like a couple times.
It's so good.
But it was good. Yeah, and it's cheap.
It's cheap.
It is good though,
and it's good.
Yeah, and there's commercials on TV here all the time. Marco's.
We used to do Papa John's, and like it just got to be trash. Like literally, like I went and got Marco's, and I was like, oh, this is so much better.
Marco's. Scotty.
And their garlic is just as good, if not better, than Papa John's, which is really what I'm going to Papa John's for in the first place.
Papa John's. I used to eat so much Papa John's when I was a teacher because we'd have it every week.
Yeah.
And I'd order for my kids like any kind of reward. Like if I had to bribe my kids to do anything, I'd just order them Papa John's pizza.
Yeah.
Okay, we're good. Let's see.
We do not have any of these out here in the country. We have.
You don't have
Marco's.
What do you have?
Marco's.
Like little small independent like pizza places. Like I guess probably in Cranberry there's something, maybe a Papa John. I don't know though. I don't know where the nearest Marco's even is.
Interesting.
Yeah, there's not a lot of them. Like I think they're growing. I think it's like a franchise kind of.
I think there too. Yeah.
Growing, but I don't think there's a lot of them yet.
I think you're right. I think they're growing for sure.
We have really good like independent pizza places though.
Yeah. We do too, but
they're putting our really famous one in the new Pittsburgh terminal. So like we have a new terminal for the airport that's going to be opening. And they've
been around for a while.
They put in the big one.
The name of it. The place is going to be in the Pittsburgh terminal.
Yeah, so that is the place they're taking that famous pizza place and making one in the new terminal. So,
what's it called though?
This is horrible because we actually got this pizza when we got engaged.
Oops.
I know. Why is it like on the tip of my tongue?
Scott said Marco's has been around for a while. Maybe it's just new to St. Louis because I know it was a big deal when the first one. Minios. Yeah, I've never heard of that. Yeah.
It's because I think they only have one in Squirrel Hill and maybe one, I don't know, in another part of the city, but it's only in Pittsburgh. So then it's so funny because Audie had friends that we met like they used to live in Pittsburgh on a Disney cruise ship, and we met them. They're like, "Have you ever eaten at Minio's?" And we're like, "Yeah, we have
a little bit."
Now I need pizza, but I need Taco Bell.
Oh, that's what I'm. Yeah.
They own Pizza Hut. You know that, right? They got rid of the 2000s menu, and my order went down $3 last night. By the way.
Oh my goodness gracious!
It's got the same thing and went down back to the normal prices. See, it was a scam. That whole 2000s menu. 1978. Holy cow! Mark, look at Scott doing the research over, and he's on
Scotty
Twitch.
G. He's playing hot.
I know he's on Twitch. Like he's probably playing poker or something. I love
probably.
That's the poker channel. Okay, let's do a podcast. Here we go. So,
okay.
27 before AWS takes us out, because it's been taking me out all day. 2783. Welcome to episode 2783 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Wednesday to you. Hope you're having a great week. Thanks as always for dropping in here in the midweek as we tackle your awesome listener questions. We're going to talk some Disneyland, some Walt Disney World, and how about some Disney Cruise Line right off the top of the show today. It's going to be a good time, so strap in. We got the OG crew here today in the fall. A little chilly. Talked to Pam in the pre-show. I think she's got her electric blanket standing by because it's a little chilly up there in Pennsylvania. Yes. But Rikki's down in the South. I'm sure she's doing well. She comes to us from a DisneyWorldAfterAll.com and the Mouse for Less down near Atlanta in a little place called Sugar Hill. Appropriate for this time of year, almost Halloween. What's up, Rikki? Happy Wednesday.
Happy Wednesday. It's actually gorgeous here. We are like in the 70s this week, and it's like perfect. So it's fall like for us. So I'm here for it. It's just there's a coolness in the air like in evenings, but it's warm enough outside that you can go outside and just bask in the sunlight, and it feels amazing. So I'm here for all of it. Yeah,
I love to hear that. That's good stuff. It's hoodie weather here in the Midwest, and I'm loving that. It's got a little frost on the pumpkin this week. Gotta like it. It's this time of year. And whoa, I gotta see as we record live, our good friend Mohawk from Scotland and his crew have made it from Europe over to Walt Disney World. They're down right now as we record. Beaches and cream.
Nice.
Fun.
How about that? And by the way, right before the pre-show, for all those that were tuned in last night as we had the live call-in show, I said, I don't know where my dad is. The NFL played, Wembley, the Rams played there. I said, he's probably in the air. Nope. He called in right before the show. Said, I saw the show still in London as we record, coming back tomorrow. So my dad's taking up residence. He's going to come home with a British accent and maybe a mop, like a mop haircut. I don't know. He's still there. But he only eats hamburgers and pizza, he said, the whole time he was there. Only thing he had, hamburgers and pizza. And I hung up on him. I'm like, he didn't even have fish and chips. Pam Forrester, Crime Against Humanity, there with my dad. She's the co-owner of the Magic for Less Travel. Is that correct? What's wrong with my dad? Pizza and hamburgers in London. That's all he had.
Yes. No, he should probably branch out just a tad. Probably. Maybe try a cottage pie or something. A bubble and squeak, if you will.
I don't even know what that is, but I'll try it.
When in Rome, they say. If you're just going to do all the things, if you're going to eat and do all the things you do at home, you maybe want to consider just staying home.
He's like, it was McDonald's, but they had a little bit of an accent. Yeah, no, I don't know. But I'm sure that's what he was thinking. Exactly.
I love it. So funny.
Speaking of Pluto TV, I'm sure he watched his favorite Pluto TV shows, but in England, just 6 hours ahead of us.
There's no time for TV.
With my dad on his iPad, I'm sure there was. But they did do a lot of the stuff. I know they went and saw like Paul McCartney's house, and they saw
that's cool.
And I saw that he did a lot of the stuff. Besides, he was the only pictures he showed me. He texted me some pictures. So my dad. The only pictures he texted me of London or the booth that they set up at Wembley for the radio broadcast of the football game. That was the only thing I saw. Like I only saw 10 square feet of London of his radio set up for the football game. That's all he cared about. So that's my dad. He loves his job. He loves radio broadcasting for football. So God bless him. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree here. So it's what my wife always says. So let's jump into listener questions. But before, we got to put out a warning here. At this point, we just have to call it what it is and just address the elephant in the room and just do this right now. From this point forward, we have to be very, very careful with what we say on this podcast.
Yeah.
Because I joke around a lot. Loose lips sink ships. My grandpa used to tell me. You got to be careful. You say something, man, you can get, you be careful. Things can happen. And good or bad. And, we're doing a little podcast. We're having a good time. We're eliminating. I mean, we're talking about getting rid of things in Galaxy's Edge, and we're debating it over the weekend over on the Discord, which I love. Dennis and Paul and all of us are talking about this, and I love that we can have this great discourse and be able to talk about things and just all be friends about it and just learn from each other's perspectives. It's awesome. Trisha was in there. Great conversations. But we talk about Soren. Scotty G's in there. We're talking about Soren and like, what if we took Soren away because it's getting a little stale? It's, it's been there since 2005 and there's only been a couple of films. We've seen Soren around the world for a long time. We had Soren over California originally. And like, it was a hot take, right? Soren, man, it's like an e-ticket attraction. It was so popular in 2005 when it came over.
Mm-hmm.
And then, somebody says, well, what if for the 250th anniversary of the United States, we made it Soren of the United States, like in passing? And then Disney listened to our podcast and did it. What?
They sure did.
What? Yeah, I don't think that's.
Let's go. I'm so excited about this change. Let's do it. Yes.
I don't think that's exactly what happened.
No, but you know what? It's fine. Let us live in
insanity. We all know how long it takes.
Yeah, exactly.
My grandpa also said a blind squirrel finds a
yeah, we sure do find nuts sometimes.
Finds a nut every now and then. Yeah. 100%.
Exactly what grandpa said. So
yeah.
It was fun because this morning, right? Okay, on top of, as we're recording, AWS was down, and so I'm trying to do my job. It's like doing your job with like one arm tied behind your back this morning as I'm trying to eat a breakfast burrito with the other one, as the morning's getting going. It's like, I'm like, what's going on? And so I have those alerts on the Discord. Anytime anybody posts, it goes bloop, bloop, bloop. So as I'm trying to do this like 5-state room, whole thing for somebody, and somebody else trying to get this, this 2-bedroom villa out of Disney California Adventure for somebody else, I am like in webs crashing on me. But all I'm hearing is boop, 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 boop. And then Ricky's coming in with the text, and here comes Scott in this group text. I'm like, good Lord. I'm like, I'm happy, but I'm just like, I can't handle this for a Monday morning. This is too much. Like, it's melting because I don't like group texts. And it's like melting me down. Like, group texts get to be too much. Like when it gets to be like happy hour.
It's not like we went through like 50,000 posts. We had 2 messages. Like,
I got to 8 and I almost muted you, but it got to 8. But like the Discord, like I knew something was going on. Either like Walt Disney World was closed or something, because it was going like boop, 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 boop. I mean, I was like bopping my head. It was because every time somebody was posting, I was just like, I'm like focused because I'm trying to get all these staterooms like I tell myself like don't look like focus, do your job, because I was gonna do my work first before I play. And the Discord to me is like playing. That's my fun. So I'm like, no, don't peek. And then you texted, and then that was the news. I was like, that's what it's got to be. It's got to be that good news. But it was excited. So real quick about the Soren news, Ricky, we all saw it. So what do you think? I mean, this is going to be exciting, right? I mean, soaring around the United States, soaring around America.
Soaring across America. It's going to be what it is. And seriously, like, this needed to happen. I didn't realize, but soaring around the world has been around for 10 years. So when you think about it that way, it's like, in a way, I'm not used to Disney moving this quickly on updating attractions, but it really seems like they are in it to update stuff now, and I'm okay with that. Like, let's do it. This needed an update. The CGI of Soaring Around the World, it looks so bad, especially like nowadays. It did not hold up well. And yes, they did fix some of the things that were issues. Like, they fixed, the Eiffel Tower. It's no longer leaning Eiffel Tower anymore. It's like straight up again, but like, still, it's one of those things where the polar bears are not looking up at you and waving. It's really cringy, and I'm so happy that they're going to be updating it to places around America. And it looks like from the behind the scenes info that they shared, they are actually filming this one. So thank goodness. But now my question, and I talked about this on the mini-sode that I did for Disney World After All, but where are they going to take us? Like, that's the big question, is where are we going? So, I'm curious. I think because obviously they shared a little bit of a concept art of it, and they showed the Statue of Liberty. So, I mean, I'm sure we're going to go see the Statue of Liberty, but like I said, maybe Mount Rushmore, I honestly, I did say the St. Louis Arch because I do think that would be a really good place for them to go. And I think I said that on the podcast too, actually. But yeah, I'm really curious as to where they're going to go with this, because there are lots of really great places that they could go. I mean, they have to go to the Grand Canyon, right? Like, we have to go over the Grand Canyon. That would be amazing. So I don't know. Where do you think that they should go, Mike?
It's illegal to fly through the arch, but I said on the Discord, you only have to do it once.
Well,
make sure that there's film in the camera, because actually it has been done in St. Louis once.
Can they get like special permit?
Yeah, they could.
Probably. I'm sure they could. It's Disney, so they probably would.
Fun fact for everybody, just so you know, the arch is 630 feet tall, and the legs are 630 feet apart. The legs are exactly the same distance apart as it is tall. So you'd have to. I mean, a helicopter could easily make it through there. I mean, no problem. It'd be cool, but. It's not the most like it's.
They can even do it with a drone, probably.
The drone flight would be easy. Yeah, it'd be a piece of cake. But I think it'd be cooler to fly over the arch.
Absolutely,
because you'd want to get the scope of the whole arch. Anyway, so Pam, let me ask you about it. I mean, what were your thoughts on this? Because I think it ties in, and because it was actually, I think this is one step in a larger campaign that Disney announced today for celebrating the 250th anniversary of America coming up.
Yeah, and I think that it's probably something that they have had in the works for, I can't even imagine, because we know how long it takes them to really sort of roll something out like that. And I hope that this is just the start of different things. I would love to see some things in Liberty Square. I'd love to see some limited time things. I think there's really such an opportunity here for it, especially in Epcot in America. They have that sort of rotating exhibits that sort of happen, and I'll really look forward to seeing what they're doing there too. Mm-hmm. So I think it's an opportunity where it can shine in a few different parks. And I think it's I think that it's a great opportunity for us to maybe come together as a country and celebrate this one thing that brings us all together, right? We are still, like, as Ben Franklin says in The American Adventure, we're youngsters. We're just getting started. And so 250 years for our country really isn't that much. We're not that old of a country. So lots of good stuff can happen. And I want to see us celebrate it. I think that's the thing. It's worth celebrating. So I think
that they will probably update the American Adventure film, like the end of it. I think that will probably happen. And you know what I'd like to see is the Muppets, the great what was it, the American History with the Muppets, or
whatever.
Great Moments in History with the Muppets. They could totally bring that back, I feel like, and that would be such a good introduction, as well as outside on Liberty Square. So I don't know. You're right though, Pam. There's so many places that they could take this. And I think that it's Disney, so I think they'd do a really good job with it.
Yeah. See, this is old, right? I admit it, right? But I was only 3 at the bicentennial.
I wasn't born.
Shut up! I knew you were going to say that. I was ready. But here's the thing, like Scotty will be like, "Dude, I was not born either." So whatever.
Yes, me and Scott are the same age. So yeah, Scott wasn't born either.
Yeah, whatever. I was 3, so I don't remember it. But like, I do watch a lot of like old TV and stuff. And I remember, I'll tell you this. Our living room at my house growing up had wallpaper that had like bicentennial pattern on it. I'm not kidding. I am not kidding. It was like gold, and it had like this pattern that had like eagles like that. It was kind of like this it was hard to describe, but it was like this, like kind of like an eagle print. Like it was like, I don't know, Pam, if you like remember, like the bicentennial was a big deal in America. Like
it was a huge deal. Like there was clothing and drapery, and you know what I mean? Like there was a whole sort of, I think, colonial revival. Like
because we had that's what it was, like a colonial, like eagle kind of.
Yes, exactly. Like there was. I remember just at some point, I remember seeing in a relative's like bedroom or a kid's bedroom or something, there was like a patriotic wallpaper and then a bedspread that matched it, and like the whole spiel. Like there was just there was a lot there. So I would love to see that again. I think that would be really cool. I'm not getting any wallpaper and bedspreads, but
dang it,
bring wallpaper back with eagles.
The wallpaper's already back, but it's like, it's like artistic wallpaper, but yes, for sure. I was actually just looking at it for.
It was like the flat eagle. Like, I got to try to find a picture. My dad's in London. Like I said, I'll have to see if he has a picture. But it was like a gold, like oval, and the eagle was in the middle. Like you showed the two wings. Like he was kind of flat. But it was like a bicentennial thing. I just remember, man, it was our living room, and it had that pattern. It was like the choices in the 70s were something.
Oh, 100%. Like my mom had me in red, white, and blue striped pants at some point. Like it wasn't just that year. Like this went on for quite a while. That it, all things patriotic were
nice.
Oh, the second greatest generation came out of that time. Of course, the greatest generation, we're giving you your props. You guys saved the humanity, the greatest generation. You guys are the best. But I mean, Generation X or whatever we call ourselves, we survived a lot. We're here. It's a miracle. All right, first question of the day, 20 minutes into the show. It's a question about sailing out of Barcelona in Disney transportation. Hey, Mike and BOGP crew, we're taking our first trip to Europe next May. We're sailing out of Barcelona on a 7-night dream to Italy. So excited. And it's our first platinum cruise too. We're staying at the Renaissance Barcelona Hotel and taking DCL transport to the cruise. My question is, will Disney transfer our luggage like they do here, or do we bring it with us? I'm super nervous about them forgetting our luggage in the room, but if we bring it with us, no worries. Also, we're booking in 2027 for a Panama Canal cruise out of Galveston. Is there a place to stay in Galveston, or do we stay in Houston and commute over to Galveston? Thanks for your help. Love the show. Cruise on. Jen from Wisconsin. Maybe she's from the Dells. So, Pam, I don't have any experience with these European cruises. So what would you give her advice on these transfers out of the Renaissance Barcelona Hotel?
So they will give you instructions for what to do with your luggage. I believe that for most foreign ports that you just take it yourself down and it goes on the bus with you. And even if that's not the case, I take my luggage down and it goes on the bus with me. Period. End of story. That is what I do when I'm taking transportation. Always. My luggage is going to travel with me. And you want to know why that is? Because then I know it's traveling with me. Mm-hmm. And I didn't fly all the way to Europe to leave a bag at the hotel. So that's what I suggest either way. There are definitely places that you can stay in Galveston. There are quite a few cruise lines that sail out of there. So I would stay there as opposed to Houston. That would be my choice.
Yeah, well, Houston's going to have the better hotels, right? I mean, I drove to Galveston, and Galveston's okay, but you said stay in Houston, right?
No, stay in Galveston.
In Galveston.
Because you'll be much closer.
You will be much closer, but wouldn't the nicer hotels be in Houston?
They have some decent hotels in Galveston. Yeah,
I got to admit, it's been a minute since I've been.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, there's a lot of cruise lines now that sail out of Galveston, and they've made some progress in that space. So
yeah, because it was when Mallory was born, so she's a senior in high school. So it's got 16 years ago.
Yeah.
It was back before I was scared.
I
was still scared to fly back then, so I drove all the way to Houston and back in a day in a rental car. And I'll tell you what, I thought there was interstate between St. Louis and Houston. There is not interstate in Texas. I had to take those back roads. Like once I hit Dallas all the way to Houston, these back roads to like Huntsville, Texas. And oh, good Lord. Anyway, I got to Houston, right? And I got to tour the Space Center and like all that. I was like a kid in a candy store. I got to go in mission control, do all this cool stuff for NASA. And I was like, dude, I'm so close. I got to see the Gulf of Mexico, right? Gulf of Mexico back then, whatever it is now. Because my daughter right now is on her senior trip. She's sitting in Destin on the beach. I see her on Find My Friends. She's killing me now. I pay all the money and she's sitting on the beach. And I'm sitting here in my office. Anyway, so I'm like, dude, I got to see the Gulf of Mexico, right? So I drive to Galveston, an extra, 30 minutes or so. Galveston kind of scared me. All I'm seeing is those graves, like that are above the ground. I'm like, dude, I'm out of here.
Well, yes. I mean, anything.
It was right after a hurricane had hit. Like, It was not a good time to be there. I was like, okay, I've seen it. I'm out.
I know anything by the port, I think, is a little like sketchier than whatever. But there are so many cruise lines now that sail out of Galveston that you'll have some choices there, and I think then you'll just feel more comfortable being closer to the port too.
Yeah, I'm always about being close to the port. Just it decreases your variables for getting on the ship. Like
100%.
Just take those away. And shout out to my good buddy Chris Childers, the show pony from SiriusXM every morning. Check out his show Full Ride with Coach Neuheisel. He's checking us out. He's got to visit Disneyland, got to go in Club 33.
Oh, jealous.
He says Disneyland is an awesome experience. Well, of course it's going to be an awesome experience if you get to go in Club 33.
Yep.
Winning. That's how you do it. All right. Let's see. Check this question out. We got a question here. Hey, Mike. Well, let's see. I don't know. That might not be a question. Let's see. It might just be an email. Double check it.
Whoops.
When it says, hey, Mike, it makes me a little nervous. I might have hit that one in the wrong folder here. Tracy says, we're traveling to Disneyland for the first time in mid-December. We're Disney World experts, having visited with our 10 and 7-year-old boys 11 times in the past 4 years. We're super excited and have wanted to travel to the West Coast for years. We're staying at the Disneyland Hotel for 4 nights because the airfare, hotel, and park tickets with Lightning Lane and Park Hoppers are already breaking our budget a little. We're looking for recommendations for counter service meals and best don't miss snacks. Is there a sit-down breakfast that we absolutely must do if we could possibly swing one? Any information you could give would be super helpful and appreciated. I absolutely love the show. Mike's calm presence. Am I calm? Sometimes. I try.
Calmish.
Okay. Pam's infectious laugh.
Oh, there we go.
Hit us.
People do recognize it. Yes.
Scotty's fantastic personality, which his fantastic personality is editing the latest must-see adventures.
That's true.
Right now. He's not here today, but he will be on Sunday. And Ricky's sassiness.
That is true.
There it was right there. Bring me so much joy. He says y'all are a winning combination. Thanks, Tracy from Rhode Island. That's my favorite state right now. There you go. Rhode Island, rock on. Needs to be a little bigger. Okay, so what was the question? I'm just happy that you gave us all those compliments. So one sit-down breakfast if they absolutely had to swing one at Disneyland.
Goofy's Kitchen.
Yeah, I say Goofy's too.
Or Storybook.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that honestly, my opinion. Here's my hot take, Mike. Ready?
Oh, hang on.
I think that princess one is overpriced.
You know, I've never
It's
done the
pricey
princess
as
one,
heck. It
which
is.
is probably because it's very pricey. So
The princess one over the Grand Californian.
So you're thinking that what's it called? It's Storybook. Why can't I come? What's wrong with me?
I know we've all had.
Why can't I remember the name of it? It's Storybooks in the name. What is wrong with me today? I hear typing.
I know. I was looking for it.
It's storytellers. It's storytellers.
Yes, I think.
You think that's?
I prefer it over that.
Princesses. That I had Mickey Mouse when I went. And
where at Storytellers?
Storytellers.
Yeah, they have a good character meal, but I think Goofy's Kitchen is better.
Goofy's is more akin to like Chef Mickey's, right?
They have the breakfast pizza, which they have a peanut butter and jelly pizza.
I think yes. You're talking about Storytellers. I was talking about the Disney Princess Breakfast.
Yeah, those are two separate.
That was
ones.
at Napa Rose. They're both that. But Goofy's is probably has 3 times the items.
Yes,
that Storytellers does. Truly.
Yeah.
It has like brunch every day for breakfast.
Yeah, for sure.
So
I think the play.
I think
Goofy's is definitely the play. Yeah,
I do.
So that one's at the Disneyland Hotel.
Correct.
And it's fun.
It's so good.
Yep.
Yeah, their breakfast pizza, like Mike, I went there once and they had like, I don't know, like chicken and waffle pizza. Like it was crazy.
Hey, now you're teasing me. Stop.
I mean, I'm here for the peanut butter and jelly pizza, but yes, chicken and waffle.
They have the peanut butter and jelly. They have a s'mores pizza.
Oh yeah, that's right. They did have a s'mores one.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even go to the park. I'd just be like,
you just sit there. Mike would be there 3 hours later. 3 hours later.
So I'd be like, yeah, sir, you must leave. I'd be like, no, I must not.
You're like, you said
No.
it was all you could eat.
Yes, and I am gonna care to
All you
eat.
hear.
You said peanut butter and jelly pizza and chicken and waffles pizza. Whatever. What I mean, you don't need all the other stuff.
No, and they make like waffles and pancakes right there, and like it's really stellar. Like there is something for everyone, and that's
be a live stream of that, like just the buffet,
just the breakfast.
Yes, just put a camera on that and like send it to me.
I'm gonna be out there very soon. Actually.
Me too. I get to go out there. Well, I mean, not as soon as you. I'm sure you're probably going next week or something, but I'm going for the races.
Well, that's where our Earmark Summit is this year, so
nice.
I will be out there for that.
That's awesome.
I could go with you. I work for you. Let's go.
This is the one thing they're very like.
Whatever. Anyway, back to business. Kathy's got a question over on Facebook. And Chris again said he went out there and had that. It's good stuff. We're thinking of taking a short trip to Walt Disney World sometime in early 2026. I'm trying to work it out so the kids don't lose too much time from school. I was looking at February 27th to March 4th because my son's school has a professional development day that week. We are DVC and we're able to find a studio at the Riviera. After booking the stay, I realized that it is Princess Marathon weekend. Should I try to find another time to go? Worried about the park crowds that weekend. Thanks, BOGP crew. By the way, Kathy, I have a master's degree in elementary education, 17 years in the classroom. If you ever need a note, I will write you one for your child's absence. That's a free service of the Be Our Guest podcast.
Wow.
Nice.
Just let me know. The teacher will throw it away immediately.
Yeah, but that's fine.
But I will write it. What do you say, Pam? Princess Weekend, it's not as bad as like, I would rather go down while Princess is going on rather than like MLK weekend or President's Weekend. President's Weekend avoid at all costs. But
agreed.
Water don't go into the parks as much.
And they're not as much. And like in the evenings in particular, I think that there's really less impact. I think the things that are impactful is once everyone gets their medals, that day can be challenging. And transportation can be challenging in the morning because they're avoiding certain roads. Although they've gotten much better about that, I will say, the past few years. They've sort of, just figured out ways to make that work better. But that's a challenge too. And especially it really becomes challenging when you're driving or Uber, you're hoping to use Uber. So if you're flying out the morning of a race, that's where it can become a little challenging because Uber doesn't know how to get to you. And that, I think causes some craziness. Yeah. So my suggestion would be if you are flying out the morning of one of the races, I would stay at Walt Disney World until that evening. And then I'd actually probably go stay out by the airport, for that last night. And then you don't have to worry about any of the craziness because it is crazy. And you have heard about people like missing their flights and stuff because Uber couldn't get to them. So
the good news is she's at the Riv, which is not so hemmed in. Now the monorail resorts is where you get pinned.
The monorail resorts is where it's
you
bad.
do not want to be like at Wilderness Lodge, Contemporary, like College, Floridian. You get pinned in there. Like at the
Wilderness Lodge in particular.
Yeah, on the Sundays of the race weekends, man, you will get stuck.
Yeah, because it only has one way out.
Yeah, so you got to watch the monorail resorts on those.
Yeah, you do. But other than that, I don't think it has a huge impact on the crowds. Look and see where the races are ending and sort of plan your park days, with that. When it ends at Epcot, that actually does tend to make Epcot a little crowded for a while, although people are heading back to their hotel. So just keep that in mind. But yeah, like Mike said, I would much rather stay over a race weekend than over a school holiday weekend.
Yeah, because the crowds will be much more just that President's Day weekend in February because everybody's going to try to go down that one. That one just gets crazy every year.
Great.
And MLK weekend, same. November trip question, Epcot strategy from Erica. Here we go, Ricky. Get ready. Mike, BOGP podcast team. Greetings from Iowa. God's country to the north of Missouri here. I have a question that I'd love your thoughts on for my upcoming November trip. I have a quick long weekend trip planned for November 13th to 16th. Our focus of the trip is Magic Kingdom and Epcot. We will not be doing Mickey's Not we will not be doing Mickey's Very Merry and also trying to navigate Food and Wine over a weekend. We plan to do Epcot on Thursday afternoon and evening, Magic Kingdom to Epcot on Friday, and then Epcot to Magic Kingdom on Saturday, park hopping to Magic Kingdom to see Starlight and Happily Ever After. A lot. I'll go over it if you need to. Question: how to park strategize, maximize seeing all the parts of Epcot on Thursday evening, Friday evening, and Saturday during the day. We have 2 adults, a 12-year-old boy, 9-year-old girl, and 6-year-old boy. Kids like all the rides, but also want to do some food and country experiences. We've only done Epcot one other trip for half a day, so we really want to do it right this time, Erica. Okay, so they want to see all of Epcot, and they have a 12-year-old, 9-year-old, 6-year-old, 2 adults. So here's the deal. They are wanting to do it Thursday evening, Friday evening, and Saturday during the day. So, of course, this is in November. It is going to be kind of crazy. Thursday is going to be your key for Epcot. Get as much done as possible, correct, Rikki? I mean, that's
especially with Food and Wine.
Because they're on the weekends, man.
Yeah, Food and Wine is going to be a lot more manageable on that Thursday for sure. I just did Food and Wine in the afternoon last week, and it was much more manageable than it was when Brian and I went on a Saturday night in September. So like definitely want to try to do the Thursday night. And just hit as many booths as you can, and go around World Showcase, and they have obviously the booths in all the World Nature and World Discovery as well. So you've got those options too. Had some really good things during my trip. The butternut squash soup was really good. Not gonna lie, that was phenomenal, and it was a big bowl too. So that was like my lunch. So that was fantastic. But as far as like getting the attractions done, the hardest one is going to be obviously Guardians. I think if they can go on that Saturday morning, that's probably because they said Saturday morning, right? Or something.
Yeah,
like
because they're going to be Saturday night. They're going to be at Magic Kingdom because they want to see Starlight.
Yeah,
so that's Saturday night to be at the Magic Kingdom. That's good because
I think first things first on that's hard because Guardians is such a great attraction, and if they want to have the chance to do it again, maybe they try to do it as the last thing on Thursday, and then if they want to do it again, first thing on Saturday.
Yeah, I think they're starting off. It looks like they're starting off Friday at Epcot, and then Saturday they're starting off at Epcot too, then hopping to.
Okay, so whatever day they start at Epcot, do that. I think that would be the best. That's the hardest one to get on. So that's going to be. And then Test Track has long lines, but you can kind of work through that. Frozen Ever After has long lines, but you can work through that. And then Remy's. Wait, what date are they going?
They're going the 13th to the 16th of November.
I'm pretty sure that's when Remy's is closed, so they won't be getting that.
Well, they didn't say it was a must, but I mean, you get what you get with that. But
you said the 13th. Oh no, it opens the 13th. Or it opens the 14th. So they will get to see Remy in the new 2D version. So that will be pretty busy that first opening day. So I would try to do that your last day of Epcot. That's probably going to be the best choice there.
Well, kind of from this, what it looks like, and I think the best strategy, Pam, kind of backed me up on this, is that they're going to be hopping to the Magic Kingdom in the evenings and doing Epcot more at park opening, which I think is your play here in November, because the locals are going to tend to go to Epcot in the evenings if you're trying to avoid the crowd. I mean, the best possible. But,
yeah, I think too. And I think that's always like case number 3,422 reasons why I have to have park hopping.
Yeah.
I have to have a park hopper, just because the ability to just hop out. And so if you're planning to be at Epcot that day that Remy opens back up, Epcot will see a bump in crowds, period, that day.
Right.
And so then you can be there for a little bit and then hop out to the next place, because I think it'll be worth doing that. So yeah, the park hopping seems to make everything easier, doesn't it? I mean, it just does.
Well, especially now that we have the combo with the Magic Kingdom of Starlight and Happily Ever After. You got a nighttime parade, nighttime fireworks. Boom, you can do whatever you want in the day. Boom, hop over. Firework. Yeah, that's good.
I know.
They took away that restriction, which made it harder. So let's get to one last question and then we'll wrap it up for today because it says not too urgent in the title. So right in the queue, it came in 2 days ago. Boom, you're on the show. Fantastic dining package. Hello, Mike and BOGP crew. My daughters and I will be at Disney World in December for a land and sea vacation. Thanks, Mike. Well, thank you. I appreciate you. We have booked the Fantastic dining package at Sci-Fi Theater. Let me know how it is because I can never get an ADR there. I'm blacked out. The last time we could book dining was $440. My question is this: since the show is later that night, do we eat and then come back to get our seats closer to showtime? Can you please explain how this works? Thank you for all the wonderful Disney content and information that y'all provide. Melody goes by Disney Lady 54. Well, the way it works is after you eat, you have to go sit in the theater right after that until the show starts. But you can bring your phone and fiddle around on Twitter and Instagram until the show starts for 5 hours.
No.
And that's the show.
No.
Go ahead, man. I'm just messing around.
No. So when you dine there for your package, they'll actually tell you exactly where you need to go, about the time you should be there, so that you'll be able to see Fantasmic. And there's typically a line available for those who have the Fantasmic dining package and whatnot. And you'll see a little sign. There'll be a friendly cast member who can help you with that. And then there's different locations where you'll be able to sit to do that. And I think that's a fantastic way to see Fantasmic.
Or Fantasmic.
Because it allows you to have good seats and not have to wait. Isn't it funny, after all these years, the lines for Fantasmic still really are there, especially when the show's only being shown once a night. But when it's 2 times a night, it's not quite as bad, but still it can be long. So
people it's just a good story. It's a good show. I mean, it's you know what? Hot take. They've kind of it's losing its oomph at Disneyland. Like they're not doing all the effects and stuff. They need to make sure that they preserve that because the Disneyland version is up close and I don't know in there. Like
yes,
seen reports that they're not doing all the pyro and stuff like that. They need to clean that up because it's a great show.
It really is.
I love the show. Yes. No, so did they still give you like the little paper thing, or is it more like digital now, like when to return, like to show that you're part of the package to get
I don't know that they do give paper. I think it's just sort of verbal instruction because Disney does such a good job. This is something I always admire, at least from my perspective. When you're there, they really give you 2 or 3 points of instruction or interaction with a cast member when there's something specific that you have to do. Like the cast member, your server will tell you what to do. Then you'll walk down and there will be a sign where you can see it and a cast member there who will also tell you what to do. Then you get up a little further and there's another cast member. I mean, really and truly, I think Disney really does a great job with stuff like that. So
the secret handshake when you get up to the 7th cast member, you got to be like,
yes,
shoulder bump, elbow bump, fist bump. Okay, you're good. Go ahead.
Yeah.
And this person's like, oh, dude, I'm freezing up. I forgot what the shoulder bump move was. I'm out. I'm gonna stand with the unwashed masses. Oh,
no.
Anyway, no pressure. You're not seeing Mickey tonight in the Sorcerer hat. But you can listen from Sunset Boulevard. It's awesome. Anyway, no, that's not how it goes sometimes. But hey, you have a question. We need more for next week. So Mike at beourguestpodcast.com, put your level of urgency in there and you'll roll the dice to see if it makes it that show or the next week. But
we have to keep people on their toes.
We do. I mean, we're
going to have to switch it up a little bit. There might be another key word.
It's true. We've been doing this for 18 years. Oh, by the way, we have an announcement. And the ladies don't even know this because it really doesn't affect them unless they want to get in on the fun. They're more than welcome. But next Wednesday, we're going to have, so if you don't know, on Wednesday nights, that's when I record the Trip Report shows that come to you on Mondays. That's when I have our special guests. We sit down and record after I go to LS Teca with my wife and have dinner real quick. And we record the Trip Report shows for Mondays. That's when I do those on Wednesday nights. But we had a cancellation. And I thought we're going to do something fun this year because since we had the cancellation that was going to record on October 29th, the Wednesday before Halloween, what we're going to do this year, we're going to have an open line. We're going to open up the phone lines on that Wednesday night, October 29th. It's 6 o'clock Eastern. That's the normal time that I record the shows for an hour. And we're going to have an open line just sharing Halloween stories from your childhood. Like, what was your favorite costume? What was your favorite candy going around? What was your favorite story from like trick-or-treating in the neighborhood? Like, did you get a rock like Charlie Brown when you went around your neighborhood? Like, did you go to like the spooky part of town? Was there a spooky part of town where you grew up? Or did you like in our old neighborhood, we had like our regular houses, like our little bitty houses where we live. But then around the corner, they built this one little court. For some reason, it must have been extra land. It was like the big dog houses. And so where did we always go? We went to the big dog houses on Cobblestone Creek. And we got all the big candy with Mallory and Paige. We went first, and we got all the good candy over in Cobblestone. That's what everybody did. And then you came back to the regular old folks part, and poor trick-or-treated in our part of the neighborhood. But it was fun. It taught you character. So we'll tell those kind of stories. So I need you to put that on the calendar for next Wednesday, October 29th. It might just be me, Scotty, Pam Rikki. If you want to hang out, just hang out with us on the show. We're going to have a good time. We're going to share stories. And then what's going to happen is that show is going to air on the Friday show for Halloween. And then when we record next Monday, the Friday show, the normal show that will come out on Friday will come out in the Monday slot the next time. So we'll juggle things around for a couple shows, but it'll be fun. But we need so think about it. Like, I could talk about that. My mom dressed me up in kindergarten as a Kiss character. I had the star. She painted my face. Like, it wasn't the guy who just passed away, but it was the main guy with the big tongue. I wasn't a Kiss fan. Gene Simmons, I guess. I wasn't a Kiss fan when I was in kindergarten, but I had like the smock and like she painted my face like Kiss. I guess she liked Kiss. I don't know, but I have a picture of me. It's a savage picture. Like in kindergarten at Duchesne Elementary, we all had these wild costumes, like sitting in little half-day kindergarten, and I was Gene Simmons. Like, I wasn't like Johnny Appleseed or something. I'm like a rocker.
I had a rabbit that was the stuff nightmares are made out of. Like the first of all, not only was it like close to piercing my eyes, right? Because
yes, that was they were like razor blade plastic masks you had to wear back then.
Exactly. Yeah. When I look back on pictures of that, I'm like, oh my goodness, that must have given me nightmares.
And like you couldn't breathe. It had the little slot. You put the thing under.
100%. And the costumes were flammable.
Oh yes.
If you walked by something, you could have gone up. It was just bad. It was just
across the street. You have no peripheral vision in those things.
No, and there was nothing was glow in the dark at all. It was like you were hidden in the dark.
Yeah, but back in
camouflaged.
I remember there's so many stories we can tell during the show, and we're going to hopefully get a lot of calls because we have a show to put out on that Friday. But like we got the one thing we always got every Halloween, like we got our boo bucket right from McDonald's to collect our candy, or we used a pillowcase. Yeah. But like my mom always got us a glow stick. Do you remember those? Like you get the little finger, snap it, you go,
break it, yes,
and like you shake it up, and you'd wear it like as a necklace or just carry it. Like that was going to keep you from getting hit by a car. This little 2-inch little green thing was going to keep you from getting, like, it was like magic. Like it was like a wand or something. It was going to keep you from getting run over from like a 1971 Cutlass.
Yes. I don't know how we made it through like childhood. Truly.
It's a miracle to do this show.
It is a miracle.
Yeah, it's unreal. Where were we? So Wednesday night, October 29th, there's going to be a live call-in show, so put it on your calendar. It's going to be fun, so tune in. I mean, I'll probably wear a costume, and you can when you call in. We won't see you, but hey, it'll be fun. So get into the spirit. We'll have a good time. We need the stories because that'll be fun for Friday. We put this out. Everybody will get in the spooky spirit for Halloween. That's what we're doing. Yes. All right. Don't forget today's show brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. Always. That's what we do. It's fun, and we help you plan great, fun vacations. We talked about it during the show. We do that. Disney Cruise Line, Walt Disney World, Disneyland. We send you all over the Disney universe, and we help you get there for no additional cost and make those trips just smooth sailing every time. So check out all the details this week over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. Just click through there. It takes you right back to the Amazon site, and it supports the show with every purchase. So thank you so much for that. You can also support us on Patreon. Thank you to everybody who does that. It's just $5 a month. It's like a cup of coffee a month, and you keep us on the air. It means so much to us. Thanks to everybody who does that. When you do that, you get a bonus podcast every week called Mike in the Midwest. It's our way of saying thanks. So please, if you can, support us over there. It's patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can follow us on the social media. I'm at Be Our Guest Mike on Twitter, Instagram, and Threads. Pam's at TMFLT Pam. Ricky's at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS. You can join us for all the fun in the Discord channel. That is for everybody. We have a great time there. It's free for everybody. beourguestpodcast.com/Discord and join us for the regular live call-in show on Sunday night. That'll be at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, or Twitch. Scott will join me. We'll take your calls. We'll have a good time with that this Sunday night. All right, we're going to be back on Friday. We're talking some Disneyland for some first timers. 3 hours in Disneyland and DCA. What attractions, what snacks, what dining are we going after? We're going to help get you ready for Disneyland. For those people that are running this year for the first time getting out there, and our good friend Kim. We're so excited. Our PhotoPass photographer extraordinaire down at Walt Disney World. She's getting to go to Disneyland for the very, very first time here next week. We got to help her. We're going to get her ready she is going to fall in love with Disneyland. I mean, oh my gosh, it's going to be amazing, but we're getting her set. And if you're heading out there soon, we're going to give you some advice. So stay tuned for that. All right. Until then, you guys stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon. That's a good one. Okay. Let me save that one. We got off the rails there, but that was fun. I like when we do that. 2, 7, 8, 3.
Off the rails.
Off the rails. Kim. I might do that whole Halloween show in the ghost voice.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Maybe.
People will not be able to hear you. Do not do that.
Yes, they will.
Oh my God. Okay. They won't, but that's
Yes, they will. I might just do this whole next podcast like this.
no.
You'll have to do it by yourself.
Yeah, exactly.
I just love that voice.
It's just hard to it's hard to hear it.
It
It's
is.
hard to understand. It's like,
It is.
When I have like heartburn, that's how I feel like I sound.
wow.
Okay.
When I had to swallow that fake pill, that's how I kind of felt like it was like going down. Like,
Oh my gosh. I bet they like had to rub your throat like you were a dog.
It didn't, but it was like, you want me to swallow that football? That lady laughed at me. I'm like, that's a football. I'm like, I don't know if that's going down all the way. I was like, I did ask her, I said, do you know how to do the Heimlich?
Oh my gosh.
She handed me the water bottle. She was not amused.
No.
Aw.
She handed me the little mini water bottle and said, swallow that, sir.
I'm
And I
sure
did.
she knows how to
She's
do
like,
it.
she said, and you just drank too much water. I was like, we didn't tell me how much water I'm supposed to drink. The thing's huge. She's like, it's okay this time. But when you have the camera, there's a lot of electronics in that thing and you can't swallow that much water. I'm like, well, you didn't tell me. And there's
Right. Like you're supposed to intuitively know this.
Yeah.
Exactly. I'm like, the thing was the size of a football. I'm trying not to kill myself. You know what I'm saying? Like the thing was enormous. She's like, well, the real one's going to have a camera in it, sir. I'm like, well, how about telling
Hopefully
me?
they thought of it because it's going to go through your stomach
Yeah, I
and like
know.
stomach acid and stuff.
And then she tells me,
Like water's going to hurt it.
nah, that's what I'm saying. That's the same thing. And then she goes, and don't get freaked out if you see it later and it's still flashing. I'm like,
Wait,
shut up.
see it in your body?
No, in the toilet.
Oh.
Yeah, yes, I don't know. Like I'm not. Hope I don't see it in my stomach, like flashing through my skin like that. Now I will. I'll be at the ER.
Well, you could actually. You
Oh,
could.
I'm not looking, dude. I'm gonna stay dressed for 72 hours.
You could.
I'm not taking a shower.
I don't know how strong the light is on that, but
Oh my
yeah.
god, dude! If I see that, I'll be like thinking I'm having a baby alien.
Oh my.
Oh god, welcome to my nightmare tonight.
That sounds terrible.
Oh my god. Okay, so let's do this. 2785. Here we go. Friday. This is the Friday before Halloween. Here we go. Welcome to episode 2785 of the Be Our Guest Walt Disney World Trip Planning Podcast. I'm your host, Mike Rallman from BeOurGuestPodcast.com and one of the senior agents over at the Magic for Less Travel. Happy Friday to you. Welcome to 1 week before Halloween. How about that? Just 1 week. Halloween's on a Friday. Not that
Crazy.
you better be ready. You got teens around you. It's going to be a wild one. I'll be at the football field. That's kind of sad though, because when you get to be my age, not that I'm that old, but like, we look forward to handing out the Halloween candy at the house and seeing all the kids come by and, commenting on the costumes. And at this point, we have no idea what they are. Like, what was that? That's Pam and I always say. Like, we love when like the Disney costumes come by. Oh, yeah, Buzz, Woody. That's cool. Ariel, Moana,
Right.
That stuff. We don't know the current, the super new ones, but we know, those. But then, like they're like Nintendo people, not a clue. Nick people, we're not good at that. So it's always things like, who are they? I don't know. So we play that game. But this year we're going to be at the football. It's Friday night. Like, what are they doing? Like, how did this happen? So we're kind of, we wish we could spread this out a little bit, but I guess you do what you do. But happy Halloween a week early. We're going to be ready for it. And do we buy candy? That's our quandary. I mean, I guess we just buy it and eat it ourselves. That's what I said the plan was, but we'll see what Pam says. Anyway, let's get to the topic and get the team introduced. Ricky's here from DisneyWorldAfterAll.com and the Mouse for Less. Ricky, what's the plan for Halloween down in Sugar Hill?
So we actually have a trunk or treat tomorrow at Lucy's school. So we'll be doing that. And she is going to be Bluey. So there's that. She loves Bluey. Oh my gosh. So
I've never seen Bluey, but I've heard people talk about it a lot in the Discord. Bluey is an Australian dog. Right?
Yes, and she's a girl.
Took the place of Blue's Clues, I'm guessing.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. I never watched Blue's Clues, but Bluey is a girl, and then her sister is Bingo, and Lucy loves both of them. And it's funny because we just got on the Bluey kick, like within the last maybe month and a half, 2 months. Like, it's been hardcore. Now every outfit we wear has to have Bluey on it. Like, it's really hardcore. So we are dressed as Bluey. Now the hard part is that there's a hat that she has to wear that has Bluey's face on it. And my daughter hates wearing hats. So I don't know how this is going to go. We may just end up wearing just the jumpsuit. I did buy her.
Hats are cool. Like,
I did buy her a pair of like ears, so at least she could look like Bluey with ears. But she also hates wearing headbands. So I don't know. We'll see how this goes. But yeah, she's at least gonna wear the jumpsuit. So we've got that going. But yeah, we have a trunk or treat this weekend. And I feel like we have there's another event that we might be going to on Saturday as well, like trying to figure out how to get them both done. And then I'm sure we'll go around for Halloween around our neighborhood. But like we've said before, like Halloween is weird in our neighborhood. Like it lasts an hour. And
I know. We used to go all night long, and kids.
We used to go all night, man.
Like, it's weak.
It would be like from 7 o'clock until 9:30. I'm saying for sure. And now it's like maybe 6:30 here until 7:30. And I'm no joke, at 7:30 it's done. And I'm like, what just happened?
I know, it's same. I'm like, dude, yeah, the doorbell doesn't ring after like 7:30 or 8. Like 8.
No, 8 is late. Yeah, exactly.
Hour. Like,
it's totally weird. I'm wondering if it'll be a little different since it is on a Friday this year, but like it's just weird. Although granted, we won't be here. We will be walking around. So now I also have the debate of, do I put out the bowl of candy and leave it hoping people are, good.
Do you have a Ring camera?
I do.
So there you go. You might get some good video. So yeah,
I have to decide what to do with that, because we will definitely be walking around with Lucy. But yeah, we'll see.
We always had that. We always had that same thing too, because we walk around. Obviously, we trick or treated hard. Like, I was like, I didn't raise a quitter.
No, and with it being done in an hour.
Paige was a competitor too. Like, Paige and I we trick or treated. That girl got candy because like I said, the Wednesday show, Cobblestone Creek first, where all the big houses were. Then we came to the poor houses like ours, and we did all the poor houses. There's a bajillion, where we lived. Like, there was a gajillion houses where we were. I mean, we go up the hill on Lindsay, we go over on Blue Heron, we went everywhere. Mm-hmm. I mean, we just, and she finally, I'll just wear her out.
Yeah.
This was more for me, really. Paige,
yeah.
I'm not allowed to trick or treat, but you got to come. Let's go.
Yeah. We have a decent sized neighborhood, but a lot of people don't do Halloween either. So it's just a weird thing. I don't know. So we have to walk a lot to get to, the houses that actually have candy. So It'll be all right.
Our old neighborhood, man. And this one too, pretty much like it's dense. So it was nice. Like it was good. You know, Pam, I know you live kind of a place where it's probably more of a challenge to trick or treat. They'll spread out there. Out Pam Force Corner, the magic for less travel. What are how's Halloween going to happen up in Pennsylvania?
So it is, but we live in a neighborhood. So there's and I think that people come here too because we have a lot more trick or treaters than we do.
See, you're in Cobblestone Creek. We raid your neighborhood is what happened.
It's good though. It's fun. So it lasts for 2 hours here, and the neighborhood actually really gets into it. There's like at different places. There's stuff for adults, like maybe a beer you could drink.
Oh, see,
Nice.
let's go.
So there's that. There's Steve usually has the solo stove out on the driveway out there. There's lots of that going on too. So and last year they did. They played Charlie Brown, the Charlie Brown movie, like on a screen, like behind them. So anyways, yeah. People, you know, they get into it. It's still very old fashioned-y. So we like it.
Yeah, we actually, in our neighborhood, everybody does get out their solo stoves and like, cause we live on a cul-de-sac. And I love that. It's high camaraderie around here. Like everybody, you know, like basically you can trick or treat all the houses in our cul-de-sac in one spot because everybody just brings their candy like cauldrons out by the.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Everybody just hangs out because like, you know, the guys are everybody's drinking beer and stuff and just hanging out in the cul-de-sac and you can just hit everybody at the same time. So it is kind of cool. But like we're always, you know, hanging out and stuff. But yeah, we'll beat the football. You know, it's playoffs.
Cool.
It's probably our last game, unless we pull off a miracle. We'll see. Oh, stress. Anyway, and then Mizzou plays Vandy down in Nashville on game day. Woo, man, this weekend's gonna be stressful. Anyway, let's get to we got to talk Disney. That'll take my mind off it. So today we're going out to Disneyland. I love Disneyland, and we have friends going out there for the first time. And we're going to talk. This show topic came from the Discord. If we had 3 hours at both Disneyland Park and DCA, what attractions would we prioritize? What dining would we prioritize? What snacks would we prioritize? First of all, though, before we jump into this, what I would say is, what 3 hours would you say are the best 3 hours at these two parks? For Disneyland, I would say rope drop.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Exactly.
Nothing better to me than Fantasyland rope drop at Disneyland.
Yep.
I just think that is perfect time. I mean, so we all agree with that.
We all agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is a place where I can actually make rope drop because of the time difference.
That is an advantage for anybody that's from the, you know, Easter.
It's so nice. I don't have a problem making rope drop. Yay!
There you go. So what about DCA though? I mean, would you say, is it always rope drop out there, or is maybe the evening better out there for certain circumstances? Like, Pam, what do you say to that? Like, what about DCA?
I think it could be either because definitely you're going to want to see World of Color, I think, because it is such a unique Disney show for me. I mean, there's just isn't anything else like it at World. So if that's what you're used to. I also think too that California Adventure, sometimes you can get a lot of stuff like people tend to move back over to Disneyland sometimes in the evening. So, but I think it could go either way. I don't think you can ever go wrong with rope drop at any park. I don't, because I think you do that, but I think there's a lot of things to see. And I think California Adventure is so pretty at night too. Like that's something to keep in mind as well.
I have so many pictures of, when I look at my like Google, like my Google phone, you know how it like pops up like on
right
and all that. I have so many pictures of sunset of like, you know, Pacific Wharf or, you know, whatever it is, San Francisco now and of California Screaming or whatever it's called now.
Yes.
So bad on old names, but the coaster at sunset and just that whole scene of just the water. And it is a gorgeous park at night. Like just those California sunsets. Oh,
yeah. It's beautiful.
So good. Yeah, and also, I mean, you know, DCA does have festivals during some time of the year, and that is a good time to hop over there. Like I've been to that California like food and wine festival. Man, I think I like that one better than almost any of the festivals at Epcot. I love that festival. It's like usually in February. It's like in late.
Yeah, something like that. No, that maybe
I was out. Yeah, the early
I
March.
think it might be April.
Like
Yeah, maybe.
February,
Yeah, somewhere in there.
Marchish.
Because they do a Lunar New Year one too, so that would be before that's like right before it.
That festival is worth a visit. It is. Oh my gosh, that food was stinking. And the thing was, it's kind of like Food and Wine or like Flower and Garden, but man, like DCA, everything's closer together. Like,
and it is. And I like that they do a lanyard, and you can buy the lanyard, and then all you have to do is just
100%.
you can do whatever you want as far as the food and wine or drinks or whatever. You can just go around and get what you want, and then it's already paid for. And then again, it's kind of like with having a dining plan, but just for Food and Wine Festival or whatever festival, because I think they do it for almost all the festivals that they have. So that's a big tip is if you're there for a festival, make sure you get one of those lanyards, and it's totally worth the money.
100%. I was like Willy Wonka. Like, I
so wish they did that at Epcot. It would be so nice.
Yeah, and I mean everybody's wearing them too. Like, they look like Flavor Flav with their clocks, but it's their it's awesome. Like, you're doing it right. Yes. And just, it's like, but the sad thing is, like, you see somebody with like one tab, like, oh, what am I using my last tab on? Got to get, the noodles or whatever. It's whatever you like. Okay. So let's talk about 3 hours. Let's go to Disneyland. Okay. So you got 3 hours, obviously attractions not to miss. Let's just because we can't name them all, but I'm going to just go. So for somebody coming from Walt Disney, this, like, I'm keeping Kim in mind, but this is for anybody. She's a first timer. She obviously is a PhotoPass photographer extraordinaire, huge Disney fan. I mean, she's gonna fall in love with Disneyland. I can't wait for her. But I mean, Sean brought this up. We got a lot of folks going for the races here in a few months. They're gonna get a taste of Disneyland. My first thing would be, and Scott agrees with this one, Alice in Wonderland, Disneyland, because it's a classic dark ride, but it is different than any other dark rides. It's so cool. Like, just don't miss Alice. Maybe go there first as your first attraction at Disneyland for first time.
I would agree with that. Yeah, I would agree. I would agree that Fantasyland needs to be the first stop too. Either way, no matter what. But like, you've got to make Fantasyland your first stop, and I think Alice is the right one because it usually has a longish wait for that throughout the day. So getting that one done, and then I think immediately going over to Peter Pan is going to be the second attraction that
you're going to want to flip that.
Flip it, Peter Pan first.
Peter Pan first. Yes, 100%.
You're right. Peter Pan has,
it gets so backed up. So do Peter Pan first, but then go. Like, I would, if you're there for early entry, you can hit everything. You can do typically Peter Pan, Snow White, and then be at Alice before people are coming in.
That's true. And
See,
then
here's my hot take. I didn't do Peter Pan's on my third trip out to Disneyland.
Oh man,
I didn't see that it was that big of a difference, really. I mean, I didn't feel the need for Peter Pan out there.
Oh, it's so good out there. I like it out there. Yeah,
it was.
I really do.
Yeah.
I really like it.
One night when I had time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you definitely want to hit up Snow White too, and you want to hit up, of course, Mr. Toad's Wild Ride.
Mr. Toad is that's usually where I go first is Toad. Something about that ride. It's weird. It's so wild. I can't believe it exists. Is basically it. Like, it's so wild. It's
an attraction.
It is. If you're cold too, like if you've got a chilly night, go in there, heat you up.
Yeah,
for real. Just, plus, like, you got Pinocchio's. That's a cool little ride. You just got to do all the dark rides.
Oh yeah,
all the dark rides. And also the Storybook Canal boats. Like, they're so cool.
Storybook Canal boats.
And now they're adding the music, aren't they?
They're adding for Tangled.
Yeah. How cool is that? Like, I love that Disneyland adds these little touches. That kind of stuff is just amazing. Like, come on, that's perfect.
That's good.
Okay, so we nailed Fantasyland. But outside of Fantasyland, what is not to be missed? Pam, give some thoughts.
Pirates.
Yes.
They're not to be missed. It's actually, no matter how many times I go to Disneyland, there are a couple rides that I'm like, I have to do again and again. And Pirates out there is absolutely one of them. I probably do it. If I'm going to be there 3 days, I probably do it each of the 3 days. I love it. And I can't get enough of it somehow. There's just the added scenes, the added drop, all of that, I think is really just something that I really appreciate there. So I think that's a great one that you have to try and do because it's just fantastic, especially for those who are so used to going to World.
Yes.
And logistically, Pirates, the line is going to move quickly. Like, it
does.
It just eats people. So even if you see a long line, just get in. Just get in, and it's gonna eat people.
They
not,
do. They load you fast there too.
They do. They're efficient. They're just
real
quick. So Rikki, give another one. Like, what can't you miss there?
I think you have to do, I mean, of course, Indiana Jones. I mean, I think that's, a must do for someone who, has never been to Disneyland, and it's such a great attraction. So I think Indiana Jones.
Yep. And we can get, so we're still keeping to the 3 hours. We're still well within this 3 hour window that you can get these things in. Now here's going to be one that takes a chunk of time. This is like a plan B. If you have time, but Kim or whoever's going out there, if you miss this attraction, this is one that I just think I did this on my first trip, and I try to do it every trip to Disneyland. And I do it because I can't believe you can do it. It's the canoes. It's the Davy. It was Davy Crockett canoes out there.
Yeah.
This is, and I know it's not for everybody. Scott doesn't like them, I don't think, but he does them with me just because he's a good guy. Like he's like, Mike likes them. I'll go on them every once in a while. And I did them with, I've done them with various people, and it's so much fun because, I mean, if you actually get in a canoe with a cast member and everybody rows. I mean, these things are not on a track. I mean, they could flip. I mean, they don't, but I mean, I guess they could. And they're human powered. You stroke all the way around Tom Sawyer Island. I mean, you're out there with the big, boat. Mark Twain's out there, next to you, and people are waving down to you. I mean, you do get kind of like your shoulders get a little tired. I mean, you do a little workout, but I mean, it's a cool perspective to see New Orleans Square and to see Disneyland from the water. It's like, just for the fact that like, it's so like, I mean, I feel like I'm back in the 1950s or 60s when I'm doing that. I'm like, holy cow, I can't believe I'm doing this in 2025. It's crazy. But it does take a lot of time. That's like a plan B. If you don't have, but if you're out there for a few days and they're open, do jump in and just so you can say you did it. Cause I don't know how long that's going to be around. So that's like a plan B for me because I love the canoes. All right, Pam, what else?
I think it's worth doing. It's a small world out there because there's like a whole scene like that's not in the Walt Disney World version. And I think it's so worth seeing. Plus the fact that if you happen to be going near the holidays, that's definitely worth seeing the holiday version of it. But I really like It's a Small World. I think out there, it's a very unique experience. It feels very different because it's funny how your boat sort of sits in this channel, right? That you're sort of going through. It's unlike the world version of it in that respect, but it's worth seeing to see those additional, the things that you can't see at World. So I would hit that. Because you have the characters out there where you don't have them at World, which is fun. You do, but like you have like an Under the Sea version. You have a cowboy version. You know what I mean? Like I think that's really a cool thing. Oh yeah, and she'll be able to see the Haunted Mansion holiday overlay, which hot take I loved, and I don't even like the movie. Like I can't watch the movie. I can't get through it. But man, I went on that thing like 3 or 4 different times because it is just visually stunning.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It is so good. And
there's a lot of stuff.
I didn't think I was like, oh man, the Haunted Mansion holiday thing's happening. I'm not going to like it. I was like, this is crazy. I don't know why I love it so much.
So good.
I love it. It's wild. It's so good. Even if you like not a fan of the movie, like, I mean, I don't hate the movie. It's just like, it's those things I think you either get the movie or you don't. Like it's either your thing, like you're either 100% in or you're 0. I think for a lot of people, and I just don't understand it. But like the attraction is unreal. I love it. I kept taking pictures. I couldn't stop taking pictures. Yeah. And Kim's a photographer. She'll be taking pictures nonstop.
Sure.
I got stuck in it one time. Like it stopped in like where the grave scene is. I was just like, it was great. I have so many pictures. Yes. So Rikki, give another, because 3 hours, we probably have a couple more attractions we might be able to squeeze in.
Yeah, I think, of course, Roger Rabbit.
I've never done that attraction all the times I've been there.
Really?
Because I don't like to spin, and it says spin in the name.
Yeah, it definitely spins you.
It spin a lot. Yeah, see, that's
it definitely spins.
I haven't done at Disneyland is the cartoon spin.
But it's so fun. It's trippy. It's a time capsule in a way because obviously we don't have anything Roger Rabbit anymore, so that's what makes it even more special is because this is a total time capsule attraction. But it's so kitschy and weird and fun, and it's just 100% Disneyland. So I definitely would not miss Roger Rabbit. 100% would make sure I would get on that.
And I've never seen the Roger Rabbit movie. Shocking.
Oh, I've seen it, but it's been years. I mean, I think I was a kid the last time I saw it, to be perfectly honest. Maybe I saw it once within the last 15 years, but I don't remember. So yeah, it's been a really long time. But I do remember seeing it at least once. But it's a weird movie.
They do have donut holes though back in the kids area back there. Get them in a picnic basket. So we'll get to snacks in a second. Okay, let's see. One other thing. Again, this is guys, a slow loader. There's some slow loaders at Disneyland, but they're so good. If you have time, this is gonna be pushing 3-hour thing. The subs are so cool.
Yep,
now,
that was exactly my last one.
I'll tell you what, though, I don't know if Kim has or anybody has claustrophobia. I had to think about it. I got in that sucker.
Yeah.
When they close that hatch, I kept telling myself I'm not in Hunt for Red October or Crimson Tide or any of those movies, but like, dude, it's wild. Like, it's a thing, but it is cool. Like, it's another one of those attractions, man. It's like going back to Fantasyland at the Magic Kingdom, 20 years ago. It's neat. If you have time, do the subs. They're really cool. So Pam, give us one more thing, maybe.
So I think too, the Jungle Cruise is very different out there and worth doing. It's a classic. So there are some big differences. I love, you don't go in the cave like you do at World. And that's always sort of shocking to me. I love that part in World. So I remember as a kid thinking that was very exotic, that we were in this dark enclosed area and there's a tiger in there. But the one at Disneyland is very cool too. So there's some good things to see about it. I love the piranhas out at Disneyland. Yes. I'm like, why do we not have this at Walt Disney World? Why have we not put this in? I think that, but yeah, it's worth seeing the Jungle Cruise out there.
Well, I always think my skipper is going to be, in the next big blockbuster movie. You know what I'm saying? Because you're at Disneyland for sure, 100%. Okay, let's go to let's see. Let's leave snacks last because I like snacks at Disneyland. Let's a couple places, options to eat. Like where you, because 3 hours. We kind of talked about we talked about storytellers. We talked about goofies over at Disney. Those are in the hotels. Where if you had to, let's do one sit down. So I think the quintessential Disneyland sit down that's not going to take a ton of time would be Blue Bayou if you could, but that's hard to get into.
It is.
Yeah.
So where else would maybe the Plaza?
That was my other thought. Yeah.
Carnation Cafe.
Also, I think Carnation Cafe. Yeah, I think that's a good one. Just because it has, it's open for so many different things. It has that, available there. It's interesting. Disneyland sometimes finding sit downs is more challenging than finding quick service locations. I think.
I agree. Yeah. So what would you not miss as far as quick service?
Jolly Holiday.
Jolly Holiday is really solid. And I love that they have some seasonal things that they always seem to bring in. It's not just always the same standard thing. I think that there are some other good locations that you can go to there. I think like Hungry Bear is an interesting location and you get a really cool view when you're sitting in the back of it. I think that, and I think Rancho del Zocalo or however one says it is good. But I also think Red Rose Tavern is really solid too. We end up there often because I forget about it until I'm right there. And then I'm always like, oh yeah. Like they always have something interesting to eat there. They really and truly do. So that's where, I'm looking at the menu right now. Like they have a butternut squash flatbread. Like, hello, this is counter service.
I agree. They always have a couple things that are super interesting, like either breakfast or dinner at Red Rose. And I'll go there sometimes twice in a day. It's why Rancho del Zocalo is the other place I go. But between those two, that's where I always eat at Disneyland. Those two places.
Yeah, it's just good. And then they have some regular stuff, like they have burgers, but they have interesting burgers.
Yeah.
They, it'll be like 2 burgers with like a sauce and something, you know what I mean? And they'll have that. So yeah, definitely check that out. But again, Disneyland Disneyland, you're going to find they do a good job of having different seasonal items almost everywhere. So that's a cool thing too.
Okay, so we got quick service dining covered. We have sit down dining covered. Let's talk snacks at Disneyland. Then we'll hop over to DCA. My go-to the last couple trips, Edelweiss Snacks back there by the Matterhorn has, and you guys might have the menus pulled. I can't pull any other windows up right now, but we'll crash this thing out because I got so many windows open right now. But there's it's like a pretzel kind of thing that has like a brat inside of it. Oh my god, it's so good. I always buy it because you can't. There's nowhere to sit really. I mean, there's a couple seats around there, but I always just take it over to the Red Rose Tavern seating area and just eat it there.
Yeah,
outdoor seating. That sucker is so good. I might have one of those a day. It's like I'm serious. It's like a brat that's inside of a pretzel. Oh man, I'm thinking about that right now. I'm in love. It is so good. So just if you get a chance to get one of those, you just can't go wrong. It's back at Edelweiss Snacks across from the Matterhorn. I will be having you in my belly in about 2 months. Edelweiss Snacks. So what else can you not miss at Disneyland as far as snacking?
Bengal barbecue.
Yes.
I mean, it could be a meal too, but yeah, it's a snack too.
Yeah, it is. And it's like, if you have a couple people, get the Bengal platter because you get 2 skewers, then you get rice, and you get like a slaw with it as well. And they're yum. It's just a yum place to eat. It really, truly is. And you have to get a tiger tail breadstick too, because it's really good as well. But yeah, Bengal barbecue is good.
I think the environment too that you're eating it at Adventureland makes it taste better.
100%. 100% it does. And it's worth, you know what? I cannot believe we didn't mention this as an attraction. The original Tiki Birds, hello.
But you must have a Dole Whip.
You must have a Dole Whip inside. Yeah,
you can eat it inside. Yes, of course. 100%. That's required.
Yes,
so.
Yes. How do we miss that? All right, Ricky, snack. Dole Whip.
Beignet.
Oh, God,
Beignet.
They have all kinds of varieties. They have that little beignet slider thing. Oh my God, I can't wait to have that during the race weekend.
Yeah, beignets. And then I'm gonna do an honorable mention. It's not my favorite thing. I don't really love these, but everybody adores these when they go to Disneyland. And that's going to be a, oh my gosh, brain just lost it. Oh my gosh.
Look, let's play a game here. You're playing charades with us here on the.
We've all forgotten something. I know. That we've recorded like a regular word.
It starts with a C. Churros, yes. Oh my gosh. I was like, what is the name of that?
It's like we're playing. It's a game of, are we having a stroke? Are we
right? What's happening? How old are we?
As I was saying the word, I was like, there it goes. It's gone.
Corn dog. Nope, not a corn dog.
No, but the great thing about Disneyland is they have so many different varieties of churros. So you actually have to look through all of the snack places to see what variety they're offering at that particular location, because each one has a different one. And most of the time, there's only, if it's a specialty kind, only one of the places has it. So
I run into that at DCA. Like at DCA, the booths only have this is the vanilla swirl.
Yes.
I'm like, dog, I don't want the vanilla swirl. I just want churro. Like,
right.
Give me fun. I just want that, because I ran into that after the race. I got my pictures in front of the Mickey's Fun Wheel or whatever with all my W. I'm like, dang, when I get all these pictures done, I just want a churro. And I go over to the stand. It's like some fancy, coffee churro. I'm like, I don't want a coffee churro. I just want a churro. I had to walk all the way down to Goofy Sky School. I mean, it wasn't that far. I'd run, 70 miles over the past 2 weeks. But at that point, I just wanted a churro. I didn't want a mocha latte churro. I'm not fancy like California. Just give me a churro. Anyway. Okay, Ricky, so I don't want to ask you because I'll give you a brain aneurysm by asking you another question. Okay, so let's go to DCA.
Let's go.
We got to hop off of this. All right, so attractions not to miss at DCA. Obviously, you got to do Incredicoaster. Incredicoaster's on. You got to have. The good news is, no matter how that thing eats people, you will not wait in a long line for that one. You'll get on it in and out, and it's a hoot. So Incredicoaster is my go-to. Pam, what about you?
There's so many. Oh my gosh. Just it has to be Cars. I mean,
That's my
All of
favorite.
Radiator
And,
Springs, just
yes,
every bit of it. Yeah.
yes. Luigi's too. You can't miss Mater's. I mean, Mater's is the weakest of them all, but
But you got to
Luigi.
stand there and listen to the song.
No, you got no. I feel like that's better than Luigi's. I
think
personally,
Luigi's is-
I
Luigi's
think
is
it's better.
you do. I think
Yeah.
Luigi's, especially at night. I think Luigi's is such an underrated attraction. Like
Well,
Luigi's
it's
at night
underrated,
with
but I
all the
still
lights.
think that the other one's better.
Oh, I love Luigi's at night with all those lights and like how at the very end when I don't want to give it away, but at the very end it has a little secret thing. It's so it's so cool. I love Luigi's. But yeah, I guess Mater's is cool too. I love Cars Lane is the best, but go at sunset for the Shaboom.
Yeah.
Yes.
Be there at sunset,
sure.
right out in front of Flo's.
Yes.
Mhm.
All right, so let's throw some more quick attractions.
Web slingers. You have to
Yes,
do web slingers.
web slingers.
I love web slingers. Like it's my
so good.
favorite like shooting attraction, only you're not really shooting, you're
Oh, you
sort
get
of
so
shooting.
tired doing it though. My goodness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's so good. Yeah,
So
that's
it's
good.
fun.
And of course, I think you have to do Guardians of the Galaxy. Now that attraction is not for me. I like to.
Yeah, me neither. I was a one and done.
You
on
know,
that
it's
one.
not my stomach does not like that. But you know, everybody that does this attraction, they say, and for the most part, a lot of people think it's better than Tower of Terror. So, you know, I think Guardians is going to be it. Yeah.
Nice. I'm trying to think what else. I will say Goofy's Sky School destroyed me. Like that thing is rougher than anything.
It's like a wild mouse.
Oh my gosh. I got on that thing. It reminded me of was Primeval Whirl at Animal Kingdom, the one that spun and just like that
Yes.
thing destroyed me too. Like I was just like, oh my gosh, flashbacks. Because
Yeah.
I think I'm super tall and like my knees kept banging around in that thing every time we took a
Yes.
corner or went down like one of those little mini hills.
It's rough.
Oh, that thing. Scott loves. Some people love that thing. That thing, Mallory loved it. I was just like, get me off that thing. But
Yeah.
and I didn't like the swings either. The swings kind of made me a little nauseous.
They make me nauseous too. But you know,
what?
it's just one of those things. Oh,
I thought I'd love the swings. I did them by myself this past time because I was there, on a solo trip for the race. Like, I'll just go do those swings. Like, it looks kind of fun. I got another thing. I'm like, whoa, bad choice. Oh, what about, okay, you got Warren. Okay, so Mickey's Fun Wheel, the big Ferris wheel.
yeah, I know.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
do the swing. Do not. You can. Don't do the ones. That
Yes,
swing.
for the swinging.
Okay,
No. That makes me so
ill.
ill.
Yeah,
I
no,
can do
never.
that. It's funny. I can do
Never.
that, but I can't do Tower of Terror / Guardians of the Galaxy.
I will
But
never get in one of those swinging buckets.
oh,
No,
it's so much
it
fun.
makes
I
me
love the
so
swinging one.
ill.
I love the swinging. It's so much fun.
Dude, I'm just saying, I was in line to do a non-swinging bucket, and they had to stop the thing twice to clean up because of those stupid swinging buckets. Just twice while I was in line to get on a non-swinging bucket. Those things are hardcore.
They are hardcore.
No,
They are.
and that's all I'm going to say about that.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, exactly.
So I'm trying to think. I've never done Grizzly River Run because it's always been
I have
cold.
not either because I
Oh.
don't like getting drenched.
It's fun. I mean, it is a fun attraction. It's very much like Collie, but it has a little more maybe of a story to it. Maybe, perhaps. I don't know. I think you could make an argument either way, but it's a fun one. You don't need to do the Little Mermaid attraction because it's
No.
the exact same thing as the one in World. So, and there's not really even like a queue that would be worth going to see to do that.
Yeah,
one.
no.
So I wouldn't worry too much about that.
And I don't think Toy Story Midway Mania is much different either. It's pretty much the same. So that's
Yeah, it's very similar. The only thing is, I think when you get off, it's a little different.
Yeah.
That part's sort of fun. And it is so weird that like the queue is outside. Like
Yeah.
that I'm always like, oh, okay. That's weird. But yeah,
Soarin' is now if it's Soarin' over California, like when they bring it back for like a festival, that's cool because you get a chance to do that. But also now if you're a real like aviation nut like I am, that queue is kind of cool because they have like astronaut and like early aviation nods and pictures and stuff in the early queue.
it
I
is.
enjoy that. Like that's pretty cool. But you'd have to be kind of an aviation fan.
Agreed. I think the other thing at California Adventure is there's a lot of live entertainment, and that's worth seeing. So make sure you're looking in the app to check for that. And there's also at both Disneyland and California Adventure, there's a ton of character greetings, like ones that you're just not going to see all the time too. It's not just Mickey, Minnie, Chip, and Dale. There's a bunch of different character greetings. So those are worth seeing too. So make sure you see that. You also have to do the tour of the sourdough factory.
Yes.
I mean, dude,
It's
when
so
does
different
when does
anyway.
Disney give you free bread?
Right?
Free bread.
I know. It's awesome. So yes.
And then you can load up on Ghirardelli for like $50.
There
Like
you go.
you get a little wedge of free bread, and then you get a $50 sundae.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
mentioned the live entertainment, but like usually, I love that little jazz band that comes out kind of out by Carthay Circle or right at the beginning of the park. Oh man, they're so good.
They're fantastic.
Kind of
Yeah.
the heartbeat of park. Reminds me of like Streetmosphere Studios back in the day stuff. Okay, so let's talk. Okay, so we've talked attractions. That's 10 hours. That wasn't 3 hours. But let's talk sit down dining real quick. One sit down location you would go to at DC. Let's give one. Is it Carthay Circle? Is it the place on the water there? Why am I not remembering? We are so bad with names today. What's wrong with us? Right there by over the bridge by San Francisco.
Lamplight
Yes.
Lounge. Yes.
It has a light in the
All I
name.
was thinking about was nachos. That's all my brain was like. I just want nachos.
Nachos, lobster nachos.
I know. I honestly, so I prefer, this is just me, I prefer the Carthay Circle Lounge to actually the dining location because it's just that's just the way that we are. Like if I'm in the park, and I want to grab something for lunch, I don't typically want to sit there for a long time like that because it's just, you're indoors. It is very cool, but I'm looking for something probably a little lighter. So I like the lounge, and I also like the Lamplight Lounge too, because you get to sit outside and you can look down, you can sort of look down at the water. And so that's really cool too. But I like both of those locations. I mean, they both have great stuff, but yeah, I like them both.
Let's do this. Where's your one top quick service place in the park? Like especially if you're a first timer, to get the essence. Like
I think for me, I would say
but,
Cozy Cone.
Yeah, because you can go through the cones. Those are kind of fun. Get all.
I think Pim's is fantastic.
Oh yeah, that is a good one too.
The gimmick is fun. I don't know.
It is.
The gimmick is all right.
I don't know. I like the pretzel, but I like pretzels. I could just go there and get the pretzel like every time, and I'd be very
hilarious. I mean, it's great for pictures too. It is hilarious. You're like, what? My forks,
It is, but that whole Aunt Cass's area and like that is very cool too. Like you can get soup in a bread bowl. I always think that's cool. It reminds me very much of San Francisco, so I like that. That whole area, because you can choose to get Aunt Cass's, or you can get Mexican, or you can get Asian food there. And you know what I mean? You have that sort of location there in San Francisco. So I do like that.
Yeah, it is kind of like if you're not sure what you want to get, go back to San Francisco, and there's just it's kind of like it's almost like a little food court.
Yeah, it is.
It sounds bad to say it that way, but it gives you the variety of, like, you can go to this window and do the food, and like when you walk through there, you're going to find something that looks awesome. Like, don't go through there if you're hungry.
Right, for sure. And make sure, like, get a drink from Pim's Tasting Lab, because they have some really unique drinks there.
For sure.
I love the ones that fill from the bottom up. That's so cool.
Okay, snacks at DCA, then we'll close it out. Is there any? So I was going to put the Cozy Cone in snacks, because I
get that.
Because they have the ice cream cone, and they have the the macaroni and cheese kind of cone.
Mm-hmm. And the different flavors of popcorn.
And you got to get out of cone. That's so fun.
Yeah.
But I also get, like you said, I get churros. Churro is kind of more of a DCA thing for me for some reason. I get them over at DCA. I also get corn at DCA. Like, I get those like Disneyland snacks more at DCA for some reason, because I get that pretzel thing at Edelweiss Snacks over at Disneyland, I guess. Because Disneyland also has a baked potato stand way back in the back. I've never had that, but I'm curious. Like getting a baked potato at a theme park. Sounds
The
wrong.
toppings, if it has good toppings.
It sounds like something you shouldn't do, but I don't know why that sounds like you shouldn't do it, but I'm going to do it because you can. But yeah, I don't know. Like I get corn over there and I get churros. I get the Disneyland stuff at DCA, but what, like we're missing a good snack that got the Nom Nom cookies back by Incredicoaster because they talk about them on the ride.
That's true.
Yes, they do.
Great marketing, right? You got to get a cookie.
Yeah, they do. I don't think we're missing one. When we're at California Adventure, I almost always seem to go to Fiddler, Pfeiffer, and Practical Cafe, which is the Starbucks location. But I really like that location. I think it's so clever. And I think they just do a really good job with it there. And at some point you need some kind of caffeine. So I think that's it. And the other thing is the Corn Dog Cafe over there. The corn dogs there are legit. Like that's worth going to get. The Corn Dog Castle. Sorry. The Corn Dog Castle is back there in the back of California Adventure. And I think they have really good corn dogs, just like the one over in Disneyland where they have the Red Wagon ones too. So.
And isn't there like way back kind of by Toy Story, isn't there like a stand that says something like hot chicken or something? Like I've always been tempted.
The Poultry Palace is
I've been hungry when I've gone past there, but I'm like, I got to check that out. It's like, yeah, there's like a pun that makes you just want to eat there because of the pun.
Yeah.
Right out. I don't know. I got to check it out. But yeah, I mean, the thing is that's over 3 hours, but the good news, we always say this about Disneyland DCA, like you can, I think more easily just kind of walk into the park and lose yourself and just kind of wander and get a good snack, just kind of walk upon Incredicoaster, hop in the line. You'll probably be on it in 20 minutes most times of the day. But you can find smaller attractions, like you could hop on the swings and be on those in 15, 20 minutes. Like there's a lot more of that, I think, at Disneyland than you get at Walt Disney World. Do we agree? Like you can find more things, you can find more snacks available easily. And especially somebody coming from World to Disneyland, everything's going to be new. And so it's almost like that surprise and delight when you haven't done anything, everything's new. So everything's like, oh, that's so cool. That's still
right.
Disneyland.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. I think there's just a lot I think that you can happen upon things a lot easier at Disneyland than you can in Walt Disney World. So.
All right. So we hope that helps you guys out. If you're heading out there for the first time, just kind of give you some ideas to get you started, but you're going to find so much more than that. But, it's always good to have a jumping off point. So I hope you enjoyed today's show. And if you ever have ideas for shows, come over to the clubhouse and just jump in that current BOGP thread there and just let us know. We love doing shows that you guys suggest. It makes it fun for us. Come on over. It's beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. It's our Discord channel. It's for everybody. It's free. We talk Disney all the time. So come on over. We'd love to have you this weekend. Again, beourguestpodcast.com/clubhouse. Don't forget the show is always brought to you by the Magic for Less Travel. We'd love to help you get out to Disneyland, maybe for the first time or maybe for the 50th. It's the best time to visit Disneyland right now. They're celebrating the 70th anniversary of the happiest place on earth. And there's a lot going on out there. So check it out. Come over to the website, fill out the quote form. We'll help you out right from there. No additional charge. It's going to be awesome. Check out all the details today over at themagicforless.com. Please also use our Amazon affiliate link. It's beourguestpodcast.com/Amazon. Just shop right through there. Takes you back to the site and supports the show at the same time. You can also support us on Patreon. We thank everybody who does that. That means so much to us. It keeps us on the air. So thank you so very much for that. You can support us just $5 a month. For that support, you get a bonus show called Mike in the Midwest every week. So come on over this weekend. We'd sure love to have you. Patreon.com/beourguestpodcast. You can follow us on the social media. I'm at beourguestmike on Instagram, Twitter, and Threads. Pam's at TMFLT Pam. Ricky's at Ricky Nibs, RIKKINIBS. We'll have the live call-in show this Sunday night at 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. And don't forget, we're having a special Halloween show this coming Wednesday night, October 29th. That's going to be at 6 o'clock Central, 7 o'clock Eastern. Should have said that the other way. 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central, whichever way. 7 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Central. So don't be late because it's a live show. You have to be on time for that one. We're going to just take your Halloween stories because we're going to open the phone lines, share your stories. We're going to air that on Friday for our Halloween extravaganza. So your favorite costume from when you were a kid, trick-or-treating stories. Did you raid the neighborhood? It doesn't have to be a Disney story, but it can. Maybe a fun time at Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party, something like that. But we're just gonna have a good time telling Halloween stories. Throw that out on the feed for Friday, and then the Friday show will jump into the Monday slot. We'll just shuffle things around there to have a good time for the holidays. So join me Wednesday night. I'll need your calls. October 29th. That's this coming Wednesday. It's 6 o'clock Central. I did it again, 7 o'clock Eastern, because I'm in the Central time zone. That's the problem. But join me for that. We'll be on all those places: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Twitch. All right, jumping out of here for the weekend. Hope you have a great one. So for Pam and Rikki, I'm Mike. Stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll see you real soon.
Boom.
Boom. That's good stuff. That's good.
Disneyland.
Good. And we're doing a Disney cruise show for Monday. So yeah, we're hitting everything.
Hitting all the locales.
We hit it all.
We are.
All right. Awesome.
All right.
Well, you have a good time. If I
All right. See
See you
y'all.
later. Bye.
Bye. Time to edit.